good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the Fear to Freedom Project. Guess what today is? Today is day 25. I'm going ahead of myself. Today is day 25. I'm on the 25th step. Yes, I am. And this is day 25 of my Showing Up to Level Up challenge for myself. I started this 31-day challenge so that I can do something radically different. I wanted to step outside of my comfort zone and just challenge myself to show up every day and talk about myself, what's going on in my life, and hopefully this resonates with, others. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. So welcome to my channel. I am Deborah. I'm the host of this amazing channel, the Fear to Freedom Project. And if this is your first time, like and subscribe. Thank you so much for my new subscribers. I love you so much. Thank you. And if you are a returning champion, thank you so much for your support. I love you so much. This has just been a really exciting challenge for me. Actually, it has definitely taken me out of my comfort zone. And I want you to know that when I am here talking, I'm literally talking to myself. I am my own project from fear to freedom. I've lived in fear pretty much most of my life. I was like, I'm the silent sufferer, the wounded healer. Yes, that is what I was. And so, or that's the archetype that I embodied. But now I'm in my queendom. I am embodying all other types of archetypes. Okay. So, yeah. Today I just wanted to talk about being adaptable. Yesterday I was talking about good vibes only, and that's not something that, is realistic. We're not going to always have high vibes and good vibes only. However, whenever we are uncomfortable, whenever we are experiencing some discomfort in some kind of way, being adaptable to the situation, it just brings about more potentiality. It does. It awakens that inside of us because it forces us to do something different. And I know that being uncomfortable is something that we were taught to like stay away from. Like, nobody wants to be uncomfortable, right? But if we look at that uncomfortability as a way to awaken the potential in us, a way to make us more creative, a way for us to look at that discomfort, and it gives us information as to what not to do. Right? It steers us in another direction. At least it has for me, because yeah, I have been in some uncomfortable situations. So I just wanted to talk about that today. I took some notes, of course. Um, and I want to talk about, oh, yeah, yeah, sometimes being uncomfortable feels like a punishment. I know for me, it feels like that. It feels like, and I have actually thought that God was punishing me for something, maybe something that I had done or said to someone, that made them feel some type of way. And honestly, I was on drugs in my younger days. And so I was pretty sure that God was punishing me for, using drugs. And, I didn't steal anyone's money or anything, but it doesn't matter. I just was beating up on myself. And I thought, God is no way that God could, like me. So I would actually always go to my mom and say, can you ask God to do X, Y, and Z? And my mother would laugh, and just be like, you could talk to God. I'm like, God doesn't like me. So we could think those things, that being uncomfortable is some type of punishment, but it's not. So I wrote down some ways that it is going to be, being uncomfortable is actually a way for us to, it builds spiritual muscle, should I say. It's something that has built my spiritual muscle, I know has expanded. And so, one of the things I wanted to talk about is how it forces us to be more intuitive. It forces us to trust ourselves more. Being uncomfortable forces us to understand. It gives us information about what we don't want to do. And so you're building some resilience actually whenever we're going through, certain uncomfortable situations. And if you're able to bounce back, that is resilience. And that is absolutely amazing. I've practiced as a social worker pretty much all of my career. And I have watched people come through some horrible situations. I mean, horrible, nothing that I could even imagine, and they have bounced back. They do bounce back. They bounce back with a great attitude about things, and yeah, just open for learning. So remember, being uncomfortable is going to force you to be a little bit more creative and a little bit more intuitive, trusting yourself. Also, we have to look at mistakes as our teachers. We are taught the opposite of that. We really are. We're taught that you can't make a mistake. And sometimes, even if we have made mistakes in the past, it hasn't always been acceptable. It's like in somebody's life, a mistake is not acceptable. And I do know children. I have seen children who have suffered greatly at the hands of their parents wanting them to get all A's on their tests or anything. Don't bring home any note, just expecting no mistakes throughout the day. And it's impossible for us to live without making some type of mistake. We don't know everything. We're here, our soul is traveling. And as a human here, we're really learning and figuring it out along the way. We are figuring this thing out along the way. I really do wish there was a blueprint, but and maybe there is a spiritual blueprint. I'm learning it now, but yeah, for most of us, what is that about? So also resilience is your soul's muscle. It's like every time we push through something and we bounce back from something, we are actually like building muscle. Yes, I love that. We are getting stronger and tougher every time we bounce back. I love that. I think about those attributes in a lot of the clients that I serve, over time, they are resilient a lot of the time. And when I ask them about their strengths, they don't know. They don't even say I'm resilient, but you are bouncing back from all of the complex traumas that you have sustained as a child or experienced in your, somewhere in your journey, in your human experience. And so bouncing back is amazing. It is your soul's muscle. And I want you to know that you are resilient. You are bouncing back. Don't think that you're going to be uncomfortable forever. And you're not. Use that uncomfortability to be more creative about what you want and what you don't want. See, when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. I like that. And also, actually, it builds new desires. It wakens new desires in us, desires that have been probably lying dormant. We didn't even know they were there. So once you start to be uncomfortable and you're shaken up, then you're uncertain about something. That's when those desires that have been laying down in your belly, they start to come alive. They start to awaken in you. You start to say, wait a minute, I didn't even remember I wanted that. I didn't even remember I desired that. Yes, I can do that. So you start to build up, more resilience, more of a spiritual muscle. You start to look at those desires that are lying dormant inside of you, and they start to awaken. And also, whenever we face uncertainty and we are learning to be adaptable to our environment and all of the changes and things that we go through, we start to build some confidence. And I love that because I did not always have the confidence, only in certain areas, but in areas I wanted to grow, I did not have the confidence. But confidence is our birthright. Do you understand that our ancestors could not be confident? They couldn't even display confidence in certain, that would be seen as something that would be wrong. And so, in honor of them, I am being confident. My confidence is magnetic. Yes. And in honor of that, through my lineage, I have confidence. I can be confident through my ancestral lineage. It is my birthright to be confident. It is your birthright to be confident. So I really like that. So just remember, like, you know, adaptability and being resilient, that is not, being uncomfortable is not something that we need to, look at it as a plague. Just sit in your uncomfortability. I know it doesn't feel good. Psst. I am the queen of understanding that, and I'm sure a lot of you are. We all face uncomfortable situations. So just remember that there it is a reason for it, and don't try to push it away. Honor everything about this human experience. This is what I'm learning to do, to honor every part of it, even the parts that are just absolutely unimaginable and that you wouldn't think of, but we still can heal those things. We actually can. It just, I believe in that. I believe that we can do whatever it is that we want to if we so desire. Yes. So remember that, your spirit does not grow in comfort. It doesn't. It's no way that our spirit can grow when everything is just comfortable. And I am firsthand figuring that out. I'm serious. But it expands whenever we go through the challenges. That's when we are expanding, and that's what I want to do. I just want to see how big I can get here on this earth while I'm in earth school, right? I just want to see how big I can get because I am God. I am an example. I am God's greatest idea. And so if Mother, Father, God is me, lives in me, has that breath is in me, the power is all in me, then that means that I can expand myself as big as I want, right? So, yeah, I'm looking to do all of that. I told you I'm putting all of this spiritual stuff to the test. I didn't remember. Of course, we don't remember again. We come here with some spiritual Alzheimer's. That's a part of the deal, but yeah, this spiritual awakening has really, really been a spiritual awakening for me. And so I'm just learning all about how this works, how it all works. It's very interesting. And yeah, so I'm excited because this is day 26 for me. Is it 25? Okay, it's 25. I was just looking at my calendar. It is day 25 for my showing up to level up challenge for myself, and I'm really proud of myself. I have 6 days left for this challenge now. I have learned so much, and I really do look forward to doing it now, but it is a lot to be on here every day and to upload and to get all of the content together, and I'm just learning as I go. And I am having fun. I have no expectations of the outcome. I'm not thinking about the outcome. I'm actually just having fun. I'm doing something that's making my heart happy. And so that's what it's all about. So I love you. That is my time. And again, if this is your first time here, thank you so much for coming and for watching and for connecting with me. If you're here, it's not by an accident. We have drawn each other to each other. We have, and that is just so cool. And for my returning champions family, I love you. I'm excited for this channel because there's going to be so many great souls that are coming forth that are sharing their medicine into this world, and they are helping us, to sustain our bodies, take care of our soul's vehicle, our mind, access spiritual content that we don't even remember, that a lifetime that we don't remember. I am just really, really, really excited because it's going to get really interesting in 2025, 2026, but let's just stay in 2025. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of things that are pulling at people's heartstrings, causing fear, chaos, anxiety. It's just going to be a lot of that, and it's going to be very important for you to be grounded, to stay grounded. Be still and know that I am God. Remember that. Be still and know. Don't you let anything shake you. You hear me? You stay grounded and stay focused on your soul and what your soul came here to do. And keep your mind out of that news and off of that politics stuff, okay? All right. Stay happy, stay healthy. I love you. I'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same place. Peace.